Do you know under what circumstances an expression is considered defined and under what circumstances it's considered undefined? There are really just two scenarios as far as the GMAT is concerned in which an expression would be considered undefined. One, if you're dividing by 0, and two, if you're taking the square root of a negative number. Now in the expression that they gave us here, the numerator is just x plus b, so that's definitely not the square root of a negative number, and it's not a denominator of a fraction. So the top portion, x plus b, is really not interesting in the context of what they're asking. In the denominator you have, well, first of all, it's a denominator, so you'd have to make sure it's not 0 if you want it to be defined, and it's a square root, which means you have to make sure that it's not negative. But we don't have to go that far in this data sufficiency question. It's enough to just say, look, the numerator is not interesting in the context of defined or not defined, and the denominator only has one unknown other than x. And the reason I say other than x is because they're asking specifically about x equals -2. So for all intents and purposes, we know the value of x. Right? For our purpose here, we know that x is -2, and we want to know, is this expression defined or isn't it? I mean, this is a yes-no question. Either it is defined or it's not defined. If we can tell which of those it is, then it's sufficient. So what I'm thinking is that I don't care at all about the value of b, but if I know the exact value of a, I could answer the question. And the beauty of data sufficiency is I don't actually have to answer the question, so there's no need to plug in the value of a from statement 1 and plug in x equals -2 and then see what happens. There's no need for any of that. If I know what the value of a is, then I can answer the question, and I don't actually have to answer it as long as I'm confident that I could answer it. So if all of that makes sense, let's go ahead and pick answer choice A and move on to the next one. If you found this video useful, go to quantreasoning.com for a lot more where that came from. You should also click that like button and let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to make future videos about. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do that and click that bell below so you get notified about future videos. See you next time.